Found it. Ah! I think I'm getting old. Almost lost my blindfold there, dropped it on the ground. Welcome back. How are you today? So recently, I took a poll on Instagram asking you, the viewer, what would you rather see? Me paint left-handed or blindfolded? Now, you might be asking yourself, why would somebody want to do that? Well, for two reasons. I enjoy a good challenge, and you, the viewer, loves a good train wreck. Now, I want to be honest with you. I am going to cheat today because going into this blind, pun intended, seems like a bit of a handicap. And because nothing like this has ever been attempted on YouTube before, please don't look that up, makes it seem a bit impossible. So, we're going to place some things strategically about my work area. I'm gonna put little pieces of tape. If you look back here, you can see these little pieces right here, and there's some over on my palette. Now, what are we gonna be painting today? That is another area I'm going to cheat on. I am going to recreate a painting I've already done on this channel. The very first one to be exact. I will link it down below so you can see the video and sort of compare the two. With all that said, because I am certain that you're only here to watch me screw this painting up horribly, I'm gonna prime this canvas, set the rest of my area up, and I'll be right back after the intro. Okay, so I've primed the canvas. I've got my assistant here making sure that I don't screw this up too bad. She'll probably laugh at me a bunch, but let's get started. I'm gonna blindfold myself and then tie this around so you know I'm not cheating and I can't see anything. Are you even still in here? Just like in the original video, I'm gonna start with the sky and then with the water and kind of bring myself to the middle, but I gotta figure out where now and put all the brushes. Okay. I think I got the first one. Okay. So then I put these little pieces of tape here so I can find my blue. Okay. I think I'm in the blue. It's more difficult than it seems. Did I really? PRP. Okay. Let's start at the top. Little crisscross strokes. Working our way from the top. Okay. And then down. This is going to be a complete masterpiece. I hope you know that. It's going to look wonderful. Does it already look great? At least just lie to me and say yes. Right, we do this. Smooth it out. I have no idea what's happening here. Just give it a little bit more on the top. I don't even know if I'm on the canvas. All right, now back to the paint. There it is. Okay. Now we gotta go for the water. Part right to the middle, up here a little bit, right? Create a little bit of space in the middle. I feel like I'm painting more of the easel than I'm doing anything else. I don't know what side I put the paint on. Am I doing okay? Can you give me a little something? They look great. Where is it? You just grab a little bit of white, right? Because with this, what I imagine it looks like, what I'm assuming it looks like, is you want to smooth it out and make sure it's not as gritty, and you leave a little bit of space for white in the middle as the sun shines. Ah, I found it. Should I be using my hand? Probably not. This feels like a lot of white. I'm just wiping this all over the table at this point, aren't I? Yeah. See? And then you take, you know what, let's just do this. Take it, and you smooth it out. Very light strokes. Very easy. I feel like I have more paint on me than I do on the canvas.
All of your paint is on the side.
Clouds. Let's do some clouds. 1-inch brush. Oh, put my hand in some more paint. Okay. Oh no, I dropped a piece of tape. Oh no! And we're just gonna lightly push it across. Right? Somewhere around here. Yeah, sure, maybe there's another one that lives right here. Why not? Let it kind of float across this way, maybe it comes off the canvas. Perfect! Looks good. Alright, so we've got clouds, I think. Let's put this brush down here. What's next? Oh, the mountains. Let's see, where am I here? Oh, there's paint everywhere. I can feel it. Alright, so let's try this again. I don't even know if I'm in the paint. Maybe this will cut up like this, cut down, and we'll just smooth it out. Maybe there's a guy that lives right here. Maybe there's another one that lives right here. It's a tall guy. I'll just make one right here. Seems like it might be a good place to make it. So, where I imagine the bottom is somewhere over here. And you want to make it so it's nice and foggy. You know, I don't want to waste any of this paint that's on my hands. So I'll just do this. Okay, so where are we at here? And then you just want to smooth it out. Just smooth out the bottom. Make it nice and smoky. Nice and foggy. Does that look foggy? So we want a nice roll of paint on the palette knife. Is that a roll?
Yep.
Great. All right, now you want to start at the top of the mountain, which I imagine was somewhere around right here. And you just want to do very easy. Roll it down. Right, and then maybe there's one that kind of lives right here, and you just... And then, I don't know, maybe there's another mountain that lives right here. Maybe one more. Perfect. Okay, so with this, we want to add just a little bit of blue to create a little highlight on the other side now. So here's the tricky part when you're blindfolded. You got to remember where you put it. So I'm in the middle here, and then on the other side, you just want to create do this sort of the same thing. And next, so we have our mountains. Those are completely done, and they look great, and that's how they're supposed to look. And I'm confident that they're right where they need to be. So after we're done with that, we're going to create now some land that lives inside of the water. We need our fan brush, which is not that brush. I need the smaller one for this one. I need the smaller one. We're going to use this guy right here. And what we want to do is we want to grab a little bit of green, but I forgot where I put the green. I'm going to say that this is roughly the middle of the canvas, somewhere around right there. And you just want to take your brush, and you want this to be, you know, horizontal. And you just tap it across. Right? Give it up a little bit so the land kind of fades off the end. Then you create these little bit of trees, kind of like this. You want to make them smaller as they go down. Something like that. All right, so now we need to create some land over on this side. Oh, got it. Oh, there's the green. Here's the problem. Okay, I put my finger in it to see where it is, and then I wipe my finger off and forget where it was. There's the green, I think. Oh, what the hell? Hang on. Okay, so we just want big taps. Kind of like that, and then cut back across. What was that?
There's a note.
Great. Fill that in. Is there even anything on there?
Oh, there is.
You know what? I don't like your tone. It doesn't feel supportive. I gotta be honest with you. Okay, so we just cut across. Is there green on this brush? You know what we'll do? We'll create a nice tree, right? So you want the top of it somewhere there, right? And then you want to come down, and then you want to fan it out like that. Right? It comes down like that. And then maybe another one kind of goes right here, and then it fans out again. Something like that. Looks good. Can you see it? I don't even know if I'm looking at the camera. Okay, so we have our trees, right? laugh at me? Are those laughters of amazement?
They're happy little trees.
We're gonna create trees on this side now. We're gonna continue using our 2-inch brush, if I could find where I put it. We need a little bit more green. There it is! That's the yellow. You know, if you're blindfolded, I want you to know that all paint feels the same. Great, so we want to start on this side, and we want this to be a big, huge tree. It's very big. It's going to go all the way from the top to the bottom. So you kind of start here, and then you just pull it down. Kind of like that. All right, you want to cover up this area. Maybe it falls toward the bottom here. And then we want to make sure that we put some highlights inside of these trees. Now remember, it's very important that you don't use a lot of paint here, because you just want it to be a highlight, not overwhelm it. So you just tap it. Something like that. Just a little bit. Please tell me I used just a little bit. Do I even have it on there? We're going to switch now back to our fan brush, and we want to grab a little bit of yellow from there. Just like we did before. Let me make sure I got this straight. Just like we did before, we'll put a little bit of yellow in the tree. You know what we need? Last thing we need before we finish this painting off is we need to put some reflection in the water. Just the reflection in the water. That's all we really need. So maybe there's, I don't know, a little bit here. Right, put some up by the land over here somewhere. But remember, keep it in the water. You don't want to put it over the trees or in the land, because then it'll look like it's just lines inside there. Something like that. That pretty much concludes this painting, Blindfolded. So now is the moment of truth. I'm going to take this off and see just how well I did. Are we ready? Can you do a little drum roll? You know what? I'll put it in post. Don't worry about it. And there we go. There might be a better paint on my... So that's how you do a master painting. Well, I've done better. I've done worse, but I've done better. I guess we should sign it. Let's go ahead and do that. Boy, there's a lot of cleaning to do. All right. I'm not embarrassed to put my name on that at all. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for suggesting I would do that instead of left-handed, because left-handed doesn't seem more impossible at all. So thanks for that. But that concludes the painting for today. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch you in the next one.